once you start waking up, you're like, oh, all this shit's fake. Satellites in space.
Everything's a lie. That's
like
what this guy's talking
the
about.
Hubble telescope and all that. So now they're covering their asses now. Now they got all the shit they got satellites on balloons now, on helium balloons, and they have thousands of them up there. And it's cheaper, and it's a cheaper way, more economical. It's way, way better than sending them.
Did the internet get away from them, dude?
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's what happened.
So have you seen these videos? They documentaries on how now satellites are on balloons. Dude, they've always been on balloons, dude. This is nothing new. They're trying to make it sound like it's new. Go to Loon Project, Loon Project. Go check out their documentaries. They explain, and they don't even bring up the space satellites no more. They're just saying this is the way we're going to get the internet all over the world.
People
with
are
our
so dumb.
And then now, what they're also pushing now, big time, is Sophia, the telescope that's on a plane. It's a 747, and on the side of it, it's a telescope. And it just so happens that all the pictures that come from Sophia are the same ones that are coming from Hubble. It's the same frames. So what they're doing is they're saying, you know what? Hubble's old now. We're going to crash into the ocean. All we need, we could do this on a 747. That's all we need. They're slowly getting people used to that shit.
Oh, dude, it's this guy on that video.
There's nothing floating up in space.
Was like, hey, turn the satellite around. Let's take in all the space pictures.
Yeah.
Have it zoom in on the on the ball and show me somebody upside down.
Yeah. But apparently, Japan has the Hawajira 8 that takes real-time pictures of the whole ball. That's already debunked. It's all fake too. They're saying that the United States couldn't figure out how to take pictures of the Earth from space, but the Japanese did, bro. You know how smart they are. They got the Hawajira 8 satellite taking real time. Every 10 minutes takes a picture. And then you look into Hawajira 8 debunked. Dude breaks it all off on where they're getting their images. He's breaking it, dude. It's all faked.
And then they talk about how we can't go into space because of the debris. All the debris that's up there.
That's the new thing.
But you can have a balloon up there, but the debris isn't going to fuck up the balloon.
Stupid, dude.
Yeah. Dude, satellites are on balloons, dude.
Satellites are on balloons, dude.
They're on balloons, dude. And guess what? You know what else is balloons? You know what else is balloons, dude? Oh, that like when they show like SpaceX launching a rocket. That rocket's a balloon, dude. They're just launching. That's the bottom part.
The top part? So you tell me all the way to the top?
The whole thing is like a blimp. They're launching blimps, dude. And then they're landing blimps. It's the only thing that's metal.
By the way, that landing of the rocket is so obviously a video in reverse.
Or it's a blimp. It's a balloon.
Dude.
Look, Mark Weiss has David Weiss. Sorry, David Weiss has a video on it, dude. And you look and you start looking at like the space shuttle when they launch that, like when it's on its side and it's like this and it's on a rocket. You're looking, it's like, dude, that motherfucker's a blimp too. They're just launching blimps in the fucking.
Or like those little things where you pump up as a kid.
Are you saying it's a bouncy house, dog?
Yeah,
no.
Yeah, those motherfuckers are bouncy houses, dude. Way easier to launch a bouncy.
And here's
house.
the thing, dude. It's like, and in this video, they're asking this British guy, like, "Oh, is everybody in on it?" Well, I think a lot of people are in on it. Like, this is could get me in trouble, but it's like everybody knows there's natural cures for cancer. They're never going to cure cancer because there's so much money in it.
Yeah,
it's never going to cure. So is everybody in NASA in on it? I don't know. But I think to get to the highest levels, you are in on it. And you're willing, and they know you'll never say anything. All these live action role players, right? They get thrown so much money that it would not make sense to ever tell the truth. Do you know that Dr. Dre is the highest paid musician in the teens?
I believe it.
I mean, think about all the shit that guy, like NWA, all that shit that he was a fucking part of, dude.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Bam, they just
How is P. Diddy still making money? You know,
How
he's
is P. Diddy still making money?
What is he doing? People are buying this shit?
Dude, that's what dude, it's got to be money from fucking Notorious B.I.G., right? I mean, people just got to be buying that shit still.
Yep.
Right?
He's making money off that, right? For sure.
Probably.
Didn't he produce it or something? Didn't he produce it?
That movie, yeah. But the only one that
produced his music. Didn't he produce
the
Notorious B.I.G.?
Yeah.
P. Diddy?
Remember that? That was part of the whole East Coast, West Coast shit. Is that he was putting him in all of Biggie's fucking videos, and everyone's like, "Why is P. Diddy in every one of these fucking videos?"
Yeah.
Right? He's compromised as fuck too.
What do you think of Mel Gibson? Where's he at? Did he break free and he doing his own shit and he's like a rogue operator?
I mean, it's pretty interesting.
Wasn't everybody against him when he made Passion of the Christ?
Well, no, yeah, and
They
then
were like it was he used all his own money.
Yep.
And they were trying to fuck him, weren't they?
yeah. Well, dude, have you ever seen that these guys who are on the fucking the tip, they all get taken care of and pushed forward by whoever it is. Whenever they try to go indie, that's when they get fucked.
Yeah.
Shit comes out.
Yeah.
You know,
That
Louis,
phone call with his
wife, but like Louis C.K., Michael Jackson wanted to do his own thing. Not saying that what he did was right. Prince did the same thing. You remember when Prince tried to get out of the music industry and he became a symbol?
Yeah.
Boom, he's gone. I mean, you can just go down these lists of people who tried to do their own, that were corporate people and then tried to do their own shit.
What do you think about the whole Paul McCartney thing? What do you think?
I think it's a different guy.
Right? Because it is weird though. At first when you hear about it, that that he got replaced in 1966 by a different guy. Like the guy's name was something Pepper, like Kyle Pepper, or something like that. And then Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band comes out.
Or how about the fucking Abbey Road? Like that's supposedly the whole. They tell you exactly what was going on right in that thing.
And then the craziest thing, the biggest thing though, is when you look at bands, no band breaks up forever. They always get back together for like one last reunion tour or something. They stopped touring. They put out a couple albums, 2 or 3 albums. They didn't tour for them, and then they just finally just broke up and never played again. It's like maybe if that Paul McCartney is a different guy, they say that he was actually a right-handed guy and he had to learn how to play left-handed and he just couldn't do it on the road. He just wasn't that good, but he was a really good songwriter and he wrote most of the shit. That's why it got all psychedelic afterwards. They needed someone to write psychedelic music as opposed to like I wanna hold you.
Yeah.
And then they got all drugged out and psychedelic. They grew their hair out.
Yeah.
So shit, I would believe that for sure. I just got to look into it more.
I mean, we're talking about at one point the biggest band in the world.
Yeah, and then they stopped touring.
And then the guy dies, and they're like, "Yeah, it's done. It's out." It's like, it's so interesting. They were talking about Kevin Hart is a weird thing right now, right? Like, it's like
what's weird about it? Is the car accident?
Yeah.
Having
Yeah, and then we didn't hear from him, and now he's like, next thing you know, he's on the fucking court, mid-court at the Laker game. It's like weird. And now he's got a special coming out. It's just weird. So this whole thing about
clones.
I mean, dude, I know people are into that shit, and I'm not saying it's real, but man, it's the whole thing
It's
was
possible.
like he just corralled off, got an accent, crawled his way home, and then called. It's like it just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense.
Is there
dude.
conspiracy videos about it?
Yeah, I mean,
Send me a link.
how many of these rappers come back and their tattoos are in different places?
When does that happen?
All the time. You haven't seen it. I got to send you this Instagram page we follow. He's
Their
all about
tattoos
clones.
don't match up.
Really?
Yeah. It's like weird shit. You're like,
You would think. Okay, since we brought over, I don't know. They say 1,200 to 1,500 Nazi scientists and intelligence people from World War II. They did MK Ultra in the CIA. They formed the CIA. They formed NASA. That's massive mind control with faking the moon missions. Like, what would stop them from experimenting with clones? Like, you would just think, like, of course.
they've been cloning since the 1800s, dude. Like, why do you not think they couldn't be like?
How do you think it works? Okay, how would they clone someone
Well, this
who
is
was
the
30?
way. This is the way they say it. These rappers, they literally go. There's these videos where one of these rappers says, "I'm a clone. I am robot." Da 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 da. He gives out a number, and he's like, "What happened to your other person?" He's like, "Well, I don't know. When you sell yourself to the devil or whatever, you go into this compartment, and then they clone you." And he might be trolling. Most likely, he's fucking trolling. But the thing is, You never fucking know.
Yeah, well, dude, I don't know where we are with transhumanism and
trolling.
being able to, replicate somebody's personality. Like, they all say Dave Chappelle's a clone, but it's like, how do you get that comedic timing go? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy?